Hey, how's it going? Mark Linder, your friendly real estate broker here at the 1-8 Real Estate Group, coming to you live and direct with today's June of 2018 DFW Market Report update. And it's pretty cool to see what's going on with the numbers. If you looked at my last one, we were kind of anticipating what was going to happen as we rolled up into the very first month of summer. Now, I know it's July, we've already done the fireworks and all that kind of good stuff, but you know, we have to compile all the data for June, and then we have to go back and take a look at it and see kind of what happened, okay? So there's some very interesting developments, but let me just start by saying this. All of you guys are probably aware of this if you've been listening to my videos, but the market is it's changing a little bit, okay? It's been a heavy seller's market. There's been tons and tons of buyers. There's been people moving here like crazy. The builders are building like crazy. And so it's interesting always to analyze what the supply and demand will kind of balance out at based on how much the builders are building and how many people are putting their house on the market and all that kind of fun stuff. But let's just take a look at something that's very critical and I think has the biggest impact on the housing market, and that's the interest rate. Now, historically, if you look back in September of 2017, you'll see that the average interest rate that people were getting on loans was very low. It was like 3.7. So that meant, man, you could really get a house for cheap. You know what I mean? It was cheap to borrow money from lenders. Well, now what we've seen is we've seen these interest rates creep up a little bit, and now we're up at 4.53 for the average interest rate. Now, of course, that's probably like really good credit. So some of you guys might end up getting like, 4.75 or maybe 5 or in the low 5s on some of these loans, but the average is 4.53. So it's definitely creeped up quite a bit. I mean, literally that is, almost a full percentage from what we were seeing, just about a year ago at this time, right? And so that's kind of critical. So what that does is it means that if you bought in September of 2017, you literally could buy more home for the same monthly payment, because most of us budget our money from a monthly payment standpoint. So you could literally buy more home in September of 2017 than you can now, coupled with the fact that the prices of homes keep going up. So what we've got going on is very interesting. It's kind of like this helter-skelter thing where there's literally like some of the buyers are shrinking up. There's not quite as many buyers out there because they just don't want to pay the extra rate and the extra amount per month. And then at the same time though, the builders are still building like crazy and the appreciation is still high. So let's take a look at the numbers. Our sales price, we're going to go through the 4 different counties here in DFW that I major in, and that is Collin County, Denton County, Tarrant County, and Dallas County. So let's start with Collin County. The sales price, we saw a 2.1 appreciation in June. So that's pretty good, right? In Denton, we saw an appreciation, the sales price of 6.2%. Tarrant County, 6.7% appreciation. And in Dallas County, also a 6.7 appreciation rate. So still overall, prices of homes are going up. Then a days on the market. Now here's where we start to see some interesting things. Days on the market for the month of June is up 23.1% in Collin County. 23.1%. But it's still not bad because the average days on market is still only 16 days. But Collin County is just popping, and now all of a sudden it slows down just a little bit. That's a significant number, guys, 23%. Check out Denton County. 27.3% increase in the days on market. What does that mean? Houses are sitting on the market just a little bit longer. Like I told you, there's not as many buyers. So it's still good though. 14 days, 2 weeks to sell a house, still pretty good, right? Still very much a seller's market, right? Tarrant County, it went up, looks like 11.1% with an average of 10 days on the market. In Dallas, it went up 9.1% with an average of 12 days on the market. So it's still very much a healthy seller's market, but just take a look, it's slowing down a little bit. So now let's look at the month supply and see if that shows us something. In Collin County, the month supply went up 20.7%. But that's to be expected, right? June hits, everyone puts their house on the market, right? Then we see in Denton County, the month supply went up to 7.4%. In Tarrant County, it went up 4.8% month supply. And in Dallas County, we saw no change. So literally looking back at that was a 3.5 months worth of supply in Collin County, which is getting to be pretty healthy. We have a 2.9% month supply in Denton County. We have a 2.2 month supply in Tarrant and a 2.6. So what we're seeing here, I think, is a lot of different things, but obviously the interest rate plays a factor, the amount of buyers plays a factor, and now not only that, the amount of sellers plays a factor. So this is what I always tell people in the wintertime when they're like, well, I'm gonna wait till summer to list my house. I'm like, well, you know, yes, there will be more buyers in the summertime, but there also, as we can see here, is gonna be a lot more sellers that enter in the market, especially in June, right? Now, the number of homes just solidifies what I just said. In Collin County, the number of homes on the market went up 24.5%. It went up 11.6% in Denton, 4.2% in Tarrant County, and 3.3% in Dallas. So obviously the number of homes, the month supply, that all went up. And all this contributes to the sales price as well as the days on market. So let's look how many properties closed in the month of June, our first month in summer. How many closed? We have a 6.8% decrease in the month of June from last year, 6.8%. We have a 5.1% decrease in Denton, 6.8 was Collin County, 6.2 in Tarrant, and 4.5 in Dallas. By the way, these are all decreases. So for the first time in a while, we see less homes closing in the month of June. That's significant. Now, percentage of list price. However, then we turn around with some more good news here. Sellers are still getting top dollar though. 98.5% in Collin County, 98.3% in Denton, 100% in Tarrant, and 98.6% in Dallas. So sellers are still getting a lot of money. Prices of homes are still going up. However, there is a little bit of a shift, like I talked about in my last video, and it's exactly what happened. And that is, there's a little bit of a shift going on in terms of the buyers are gonna have a little bit more choice and a little bit more time to pick their homes. But the sellers, the good news for you is you will still get top dollar for your house for a while, especially if these rates will just kind of hang out right there. If these rates go up and we have less buyers, now obviously it's gonna affect this. So there's many factors that play in here. If you have any questions about buying or selling real estate, I've been doing this 15 plus years. I love helping buyers and sellers. I love giving exceptional, amazing service for my clients, saving them thousands of dollars and protecting their best interest and their bottom line and making sure that you get to the closing table and that your dream becomes a reality. My name is Mark Linder. If you need anything at all, reach out to me, text me, call me, email me. Would love to be of service. Would love to just answer any questions that you may have regarding getting into a home 100%, all the different loan programs, getting into a home, what all is involved in that. Any questions you have about neighborhoods, schools, whatever, hit me up. If you have a home to sell, you need to find out what it's worth. You want me to come by, take a look at it, and do an accurate assessment of the value, not a Zillow estimate, but for real, accurate estimate of the value of your home. Hit me up. We'd love to come by, give a free consultation. Mark Linder, here to please. Hope you have a great day. Thanks so much for listening to this. If you have any questions, give me a shout. Take care.